Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a 2v2 game. I guess we could call it the Ballers All-Stars, like that series we did a while ago.
Yeah, I'm down with Ballers All-Stars. I'm all about that.
I like casting a 2v2 games if they're really top players, because it's such a different dynamic to what you normally see. You see a bunch of different strategies, different maps too, which makes things quite interesting. I actually forgot what map this was. But
Where's the wall?
Well, what?
It's a 2v2. Where's the wall? Isn't there normally a wall in 2v2 games? Or, like, I don't...
Is that a joke? I don't know.
It's a Fallen Empire joke. Come on, buddy.
Oh, right.
Get on top of it.
Sorry.
Feel what I'm throwing down. You normally do. Our teams for today will be Crazy as our GLA demo and Rage as our USA Laser.
Super Weapon, you MacBook noob.
Yeah, MacBook noob. Yeah, super weapon. Yeah.
And Google, he's going to be the USA Air Force General alongside his bro, Size, who was Nuke. So, let's see what the play styles here are. We see Google's keeping his command center. I think in 2v2s, the maps are a bit bigger. They'll be a little bit more forgiving in the early game. So, keeping the command center is definitely something that you can do more in team games. And often you'll see the USA players, Air Force at least, rush out airfields, and it's a bit more safe because it's a bigger map. It's harder to punish the opponent. Oh, nice red guard getting in the garrison there.
Get really wrecked, Rage. That's pretty brutal. Combat drops. Is the combat drop dodged? Yeah, I dodged the combat drop. That was quite good.
We'll lose one red guard. Really, the ideal target here for this red guard is to kill the missile defender. Not actually moving this truck here, so he's going to lose his truck? Yeah, it goes down.
Yeah, truck ends up falling there.
So let's keep an eye on the map as well. We see Crazy having a very aggressive tunnel placement here.
Tech terror going on in the near Google's base. It's at least a technical there, which then evac terrorist. Actually,
Nice.
really well kited by Google. That's very well played. Shuts down the technical, and that could be bad for
Oh no!
for Crazy here.
There goes the dozer as well. So Size has lost a fair bit. Size lost his truck and his dozer, and there's a very aggressive troop crawler here.
Has control over the garrisons as well. It's fairly brutal. Rage really pumped out the infantry from the barracks before deciding to go for this drop. Deny the additional ranger there. Wow.
The firing squad.
The firing squad. That was brutal. Maybe he just caps with all of the red guard here under ranger fire.
Yeah, you can't crush all of them, can you?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to think about.
So he's going to be capping that one up.
Yeah, oils are starting to capped. Have a bit of tunnel control here by Crazy.
Oh, this is great. Look where the tunnels are. Is it go on the top left and the top right? And actually, he may deny the oil derrick. Let's see. Yeah, he gets it. Well, we were wrong. Apparently, 8 red guard, not enough to capture the oil derrick underneath the quad fire.
Doesn't seem to be a machine. Another cup goes down, this time in Rage's favor. Oh, solid. Size going for the GAT harassment after losing his supply trucks. That's crucial.
Supply goes down too.
Yeah. Garrison placements make this kind of harassment brutal. Rage really taking advantage of the map here.
Unit lost.
Dozer goes down.
Yeah, that's Google's dozer. Not a big deal, but man, that was a very aggressive spot to try and build a barracks.
Yeah, so biggest action, Google's Humvee army is on the way. A couple of spy drones out there. This interesting EMP Patriot placement, and obviously, I don't know, maybe Rage will start utilizing kind of focus fire, ground fire, like ground attacks or something like that. It was probably just to cover himself in the early game and protect the production structures, if nothing
Unit
else.
lost.
They can't find me here in the corner. I was gonna say maybe that positioning of the Patriot and the buildings was to protect his dozer, but no, his dozer is protected by a power plant, so that's gonna be the form of defense. Meanwhile, Size has some aggressive play with the troop crawler here, and man, this game is just all over the place. Crazy's also attacking the base of Size with 2 tech terrors. Nuke Metal Masters are being thrown in, and there's actually a lot of RPGs, but not enough. That suicide detonation when the Battle Masters are destroyed are very powerful, and we'll clean this up.
Yeah, pretty nasty finishing move. Still more action in Rage's base as well. However, some solid Humvee coming down and has managed to clear up most of it. Crazy's taken that third supply, probably nice for the GLA, really starting to spread out here, whereas the other third supply has currently been denied because of the missile defenders from Rage.
So they haven't seen this dozer. Dozer should be pretty safe for now, but Rage needs to get a command center out when he can. He was super weapon, so he will have great late game with the Alpha Auroras if he can get to those. And just having a look at the tunnel placement once again. So it looks like Crazy and Rage, they're doing pretty well in terms of it's going to be easy for them to do some harassment. As well as Scythe lost a fair bit of his base too. He's kind of rebuilt it though. Supply, factory, another factory and another supply here. But that's really all he has. And of course the power plant.
I feel as if probably Google and Size have the advantage in their heads-up engagement, but the mobility that Crazy has with the tunnel networks gives Rage and Crazy the advantage in terms of moving around the map, especially if the tunnel networks are A, spread out, and B, kind of interconnect the bases as well. Really important as GLA to have tunnel networks inside your allies' base.
A lot of Humvees here for Google with the Ambo, but so does Rage. Only 3 though, but the EMP Patriot's firing. Will it actually connect here?
Yeah.
No, it's going for the spy drones. So no Humvees get disabled, but that's still important to take those drones down, because then it means at least the Humvees are going to be firing only at the Humvees and not spy drones.
Tunnel network gets popped here. A few Gats coming to the rescue. Crazy trying to clear things up. If we look towards Google's base, I mean, what are we seeing? If we do a quick base flick over here. CC factory, not a whole lot of production really, has just been focusing on churning out the Vs for the moment, and as a result of that has taken the third supply now.
So Rage is only on 1 supply, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he has been for a while.
Unit
Yeah, it's
lost.
one base supply, and then 1 additional supply per team from the looks of things.
Okay, Vs v Vs. It's a lot of the word V, letter V. So 2 go down.
One of them was full of missile defenders, so a pretty big investment here from Rage.
And it's going to be a lot harder for Rage to replenish them. I guess Rage actually has the old Derricks though, doesn't he? He's got 1 there. He has 1 here too. So his economy isn't that bad, I suppose. He has most of the old Derricks. This one hasn't been
Look
captured.
towards that technical to the right-hand side, over the top right. Yeah, okay, so that was a tech terror coming through from Crazy. It was actually really well kited by Google. The technical almost got right on top of
It feels like we're casting a 4v4 with how much stuff there is going all over this map all the time.
I'm essentially using the minimap to work out what the engagement is based on icon speed. I'm looking at the icon speed and I'm like, okay, so that's Humvees, that's a technical. After you've been casting for a while, you work out what every unit is.
Oh, look at this. This is going to be great.
Oh, those splits are amazing.
It goes a bit too far, but either way, we'll get all of these. It's either... Okay, losing a little bit more than he needed to there. The Humvees, for example, the Battle Master was going to crush them all eventually, crush them or get the detonation off. Google, once again, has a pretty decent Humvee army with the support of the Nuke Battle Master just to suicide down any RPGs or tech RPGs if there's any.
Any tech here from Crazy? I mean, do we see a palace? What's he going for?
Well, the Tech Terror took out one of the supplies. Sorry, from Crazy.
Crazy, yep. Just haven't had a flick past his base, see what's going on. Okay, so he has a palace and going for the command center now as well. Fairly full tunnel network as well.
There's no booby traps, despite being the demo. And this supply is pretty exposed from the right side.
Where are those demo traps at, Machine? I mean, it is a pretty open map, so obviously areas of approach are many and varied.
And there's a million spy drones.
Yeah, and there are million spy drones, that's right.
Or demo bikes. So now things are going to get a little bit tricky for Google. Has to make sure his Humvee kiting is on point.
And it has been so far, Machine, but, I mean, kiting against demo bikes is pretty next level.
So yeah, he evacs them with missile defenders just to laser lock down the demo bike. So it's pretty clever. But flanking, look at this! He goes in with the RPGs and the quads, and then at the back he has the demo bikes chasing in. Didn't quite collapse as well as he wanted, but either way, it was still well played.
Not too bad. The technicals, if they follow correctly, might be able to kite some of these down, but no, it looks like the Humvees have come together. Yeah, get one.
It was
That's
a great
not bad.
response by Google. As soon as he saw the situation, he just retreated in the north direction rather than kiting backwards or trying to fight. So he lost less than what he definitely could have in that engagement. I think Battle Master's going to be a good counter to these vetted technicals.
Wow, these technicals are ripping through the Humvees. This is insane. I think all they had left was the tower missiles that were firing behind them. Not really a lot of missile defenders inside
Blake,
of those having
remember?
been evac'd.
It's a tow missile. People
Ah,
on the internet will say mean things about us if we call them tower
Punch
missiles.
me through the webcam, Machine. Now punch me through the webcam.
Nice.
Tow missiles. Yeah. Pro level players, man, destroying all derricks with massive Spectre gunships. That's what I'm talking about. Technicals, I think that's just a scouting expedition.
Yeah, it looks like it. It is. Yeah, otherwise he would be terror-taking the propaganda center. He actually scouted the propaganda center and the airfield as well.
So a lot of production structures here, and not really a huge army for size. With that being said, there are a couple of overlords on the field. They are going to be countered very hard by the MP Patriots.
Quad's going to be gunning down some of these Chinooks too. And the MP Patriots, it's doing well now because it zones away these overlords. And neither of them actually have a Gatling cannon, so Size can't gun down those Chinooks. Laser locks are moving in, but there is the ECM there. And Demo Bike as well. Oh, nice. Good combination, because the overlords there were setting up for the missile defenders, so they weren't focusing down the Demo Bikes, and both of them connect. Nuke silo has been completed, and you know what this means, Blake?
What does this mean, Machine?
It means Nuke MiGs.
Ah! Nuke MiGs. I've heard of this unit. It's a thing that people build. Yeah, this is a team game, man. It might not mean Nuke MiGs. You never know. So a bit of engagement down the bottom here. Rage has his Humvee army a long way away from home, including, from the sounds of things, Pathfinders.
Yes, definitely Pathfinders.
And few Chinooks up in the air as well. Could be enough to take out these Vs. Vs very intelligently are splitting, though.
Look at this. We have a lot of stealth Comanches. And that's Nuke MiGs as well. So there's going to be a lot of air units now. We might have to see some Avengers get mixed in.
Yeah, using these... Oh, this is just beautiful play. Using the Chinooks for the point defense, lasers. We even saw a MiG strike coming in there. So that was beautiful teamwork between Google and Size. This is a very top-level 2v2.
For sure. We've got a Carpet Bomb, and we also have the Arty Strike. I believe that's a demo Jarman. He can actually take out that oil derrick. Yeah, there we go. Somehow the EMP Patriot survives the War Factory. Oh no, just kidding. Arty finishes off. Good teamwork there.
Rage's base. Yeah.
That was the... Oh no, it wasn't teamwork.
No, it was Carpet Bomb and Arty Strike, both of them.
Battle Bus goes for the airfield, gets a couple of MiGs down, and it's parked on this airfield. So now any more MiGs that are built won't be able to leave this airfield alive.
I'm pretty sure that's Buller play if this is what he's doing, but what I'm pretty sure, this is just, you have to understand this is Buller. Google isn't focus firing the airfield, he's attack grounding next to the airfield to avoid the splash damage on the battle bus. That is next level, because he couldn't evac the battle bus.
Right, I thought you can't micro the husk though.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was just a weird attack animation. You're right, you're right. I don't know whether you can micro the husks.
Either way though, good analysis if that was the case.
It's just what it looked like, because that isn't the standard attack animation for a battle bus that close to an airfield. Normally it'd be firing close, so maybe it's just a quirk of... It might just be a quirk of where the battle bus was positioned as to how it was firing. But that's certainly what it looked like, and if so, it was very cool, but yeah, I don't know about the micro husk.
The world's latest strat center is being built up now, unless that was destroyed earlier by something. But
the base has been found.
These stealth Comanches are wrecking havoc. The stealth Comanches are revealed by the strategy center,
for the search and destroy.
Not lasting very long here. They're getting a lot of veterancy too. These stealth Comanches become so strong in team games.
And now Rage, and how much cash does Rage have? That's the question I want answered. So he's got 2k. He could just hand that over. Looks like he wants to try and stay in this game. Still has the CC alive. There are quads ready and able to react here from... Oh man, Crazy. However, if it seems as if Rage and Crazy don't end this game soon, they're just going to be outscaled in the late game.
Rage still has 2 oil derricks though, so he's doing fine. Doesn't need to quit or anything.
Just needs to get some more production up.
Yeah, and a lot of quads here for Crazy, which is really all that they need right now, because it's going to be Nuke MiGs combined with stealth Comanches. So mass quads, and if possible, getting some Avengers would be nice as well. Nuke MiGs aren't amazing against quads. They don't one-shot a quad. They do AoE, so it depends how many there are. A lot of stealth Comanches,
they want to take this engagement.
So the rocket pods, and fantastic positioning too. Only 1 quad remains.
Was that really, really good rocket pod micro?
I think he rocket podded twice. So I think he split them off into
Yeah,
two groups.
I think that was 3 groups even, Machine.
Maybe, yeah.
If so, that micro was insane coming in from Google. I saw three different locations for rocket pods coming down.
Yeah.
And that's so hard to micro. That's normally the problem when you're taking engagements with stealth Comanches. It's like, okay, you can rocket pod in one area, like in split or something, and there we saw Google use 2 or 3 Comanches in each location to ensure every single quad went down.
The thing is with Zero Hour, it doesn't have smart casting. So if you select 5 missile defenders or 5 Comanches and you press the ability, they'll all do the ability at the same spot. Where games like StarCraft, I think Red Alert 3 as well, is it has the smart casting by default. So it means that it's so much easier to micro because you just select them all, click the ability, then click 5 times rather than individually selecting every single unit one at a time, which is where the laser lock and the rocket pod micro really becomes so intense. Good attack there with the red guard.
Hero red guard, in fact, Machine just managing to snipe down the power in time. And it's going to be fairly costly for Rage, who has, I'm going to say, look, I mean, this is about Blake's vocabulary cast, so I'm going to have to think of a nice word. In Rage has synthesized into I don't know into crazy space. Essentially, Rage has buildings all over the purple base.
Would you say they've developed a symbiotic relationship?
That's the word I was like, oh, come on, man. That's it. Symbiotic relationship. They do indeed rely on each other, Machine. Thank you for the Mad Dog commentary skills.
There's EMP Patriots basically protecting the base of Crazy, which is going to be great against those stealth Comanches and even the Nuke MiGs as well. However, EMP Patriots do not counter nuclear missiles. If your opponent has a nuclear missile, we do not guarantee that building EMP Patriots will allow you to survive.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's see where this goes. It doesn't really matter where it goes. I mean, any spot in this base, it's so densely packed that it's going to be pretty damn effective.
Yeah, it'll get everything down to the holes, Machine. Because that's what nuke missiles do for a 6-minute timer. And
that's a good point. He's GLA, so he won't
you
really
really
kill
want to
anything.
use it on an army. That's probably why Size hasn't used the nuke missile
Or you
yet.
just combo it up with the Comanches.
With additional strikes. So that's also an option. And this is actually very intelligent 2v2 play. Rage, I mean, he's not in a good spot production-wise, is he? So what can he do to help out his mate Crazy with income? I'm helping by building so many EMP Patriots. That's actually a really intelligent move. It's a great stall-out tactic. It allows Crazy to get up and bull out, and GLA are a fantastic late-game faction. So.
It was 4 black markets, if I'm not mistaken. We have Google getting 1 supply drop zone, and I think that's it, really. 1 supply drop zone. And actually, what about Sides? Do you have any hackers? Can't see any. He's still mining, though. Oh, here we go. Stealth Comanches moving in. Quads have... It doesn't even get any of them. The thing is, as well, is Rage was actually long-distance mining. So it's nice to see Rage still trying to mine, but it was denied by some Gatling tanks. So both these players are very aggressive. And now Google's base has been depleted. I don't think there's any oil derricks left. They've all been denied, which is certainly nice to see.
Oh, hold the line.
Yeah, good swap, actually.
Yeah.
Going for the airfield may have been a good target too. Oh, the A-10 will finish it off. Yeah, no problems. So these King Raptors, they're going to be the counter to the battle buses. I think that's what the plan is, because battle buses do pretty well against stealth Comanches, so they can move while firing. Unlike quads, that then they lose half their DPS. And the missile hasn't actually fired yet. This Nuke, and he's waiting for a good time, but it means it's probably been about 2 minutes so far, which could be regenerating the cooldown. 1 black mark gets taken out.
All about that opportunity cost, Machine. So certainly are losing out, but I mean, decent quad army here.
The quads have all pushed out because they want to contest that supply, and we have the Spectre gunship going to take out another black market, and
you do not shoot down a Spectre gunship.
Yeah, very hard to do so. Gets the supply down from Size. It allows Rage to mine. So I love this quad push out.
However, the quad push out comes at a cost, Machine.
Oh, EMP Patriot. Wow, that got what,
4,
Wow, the
5,
splash
6,
damage.
yeah.
That was fantastic.
Okay, yeah. EMP Patriots are a very hard counter to.
It's just because of how
Comanches.
clumped they are. The EMP Patriot do splash damage, and then they take out multiple of them in a single shell.
What are your Comanche splits like, machine?
Mine.
Yeah, any good? Or?
I mean, I can press X on the keyboard, and that's about it. That's my Comanche. Oh, Nuke missile fired. We missed that, but it didn't really do anything anyway.
Yeah. Not a big achievement overall.
However, we followed. Oh, the fuel air bomb will come through as well. Not too bad. Let's see where it goes. Oh, and the A10s. So a fair bit of destruction has been rained down on the combined base of Rage and Crazy.
What's going on here? Oh, they're just pilots being shot down by the Rangers.
Nice.
I didn't get bailed out. Really should have bailed them out. Should Google.
That
actually
rifle
quite fast.
weighs them down. The Rangers can't keep up with the pilots.
Very fit. Oh, Lotus.
That's a Lotus of size.
As well, yeah.
It's actually a pretty good idea having the Lotus to reveal the Comanches without being detected in turn. Of course, it's the wrong player though. But that's the idea that occurred to me is you could reveal the Comanches and you wouldn't have to worry about the Comanche sniping the Lotus unless, of course, there's a scan or a spy drone.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy could go for scans here, but really there's nothing to follow them up with. It's not like he has aircraft to use or any other means of sniping the Comanches once they've been revealed.
Oh, Demo Jarman. He's Vet 3, so he must have been doing a fair bit of damage here. Maybe he'll even get a dozer for the power. If he senses a whole bunch of Chinooks Comanches coming.
He was revealed, so he really should just bail into the...
Yeah, once he gets the power,
bail into the dozer.
it's just going to be a matter of time until the Comanches come and kill him. At the same time, though, is that actually all Google has?
Might be, hang on.
Oh, no,
the
Comanche,
the Comanche's coming. Can Jarman get the dozer? Ball out, Jarman.
I mean, he's going to have to build the power plant very quickly. There is a command center.
He's
so
actually just going to snipe all these powers machines.
There should definitely be scans and there's the spy drones.
Nothing's revealed in
Maybe he was misplaced, though.
I mean, Jarman was revealed, and I'm assuming that was by... Oh, even the airfield might go down here.
It's a bit of a bait, actually. It's look, the dozer is probably going to get capped by the Jarman, so all the Comanches probably was a scan too.
Yeah.
They're blown on the dozer, but now Jarman is like, nope, I'm going for the rest of your base.
This is a baller, Jarman.
Yeah, he's been doing heaps of work. Wow.
I wish we'd be following this guy around.
He's taking also that there was a supply drop right there. Supply drop zone,
and there was another one at the top. Look at all the explosions, dude.
Some of them I think were from support powers. They weren't all Jarman.
Okay, right, yeah.
But they've been doing a lot of work here, and you got to remember, there's no late game economy actually for either of our players. Well, for the North team, where at the South they've lost a lot of the black markets, but there's still going to be, a fair bit of them, 3, 4, 5, and the Chinooks are still mining. Well, they were. It looks like it's depleted now. And the Jarman cam. Oh, there goes the Comanche. Goes the Jarman to the Comanche, but got a supply down. Not really mattered though because there wasn't any supplies left, unless there's some in the middle. But I don't actually think there is. No, that's a bit strange.
The side's still mining though at the top left. Or is that? Oh, it's completely depleted.
You think this map would have central supplies?
There are hackers up there as well.
Oh,
There's at least one hacker out for size.
There's also a tech repair bay, which would be incredibly strong for those stealth Comanches in particular.
Certainly
Yeah, they're hackers. Where are they
worth a
going? I don't think there's any internet center. There's only 3 of them too. And they're not stealthed either, so they're quite vulnerable to another Jarman.
Yeah. Next wave of support powers appears to be... Oh, that was a very nice quad pop coming in from Crazy.
Doesn't land many of those nuke bombs off. Spectre gunships coming through. And the Spectre may actually get destroyed if the quads are in position. But yeah, it doesn't even get a single black market. What was that you said earlier, Blake?
Right, okay. To be fair, there were 2 EMP Patriots in 10 quads. I didn't really factor that into my comment at the time, but, of course that happened to happen during the game, couldn't it? I said that the Spectre, you can't really kill the Spectre, and of course the Spectre has to fall. Demo bikes managing to just... by the skin of their teeth, avoid destruction. Where are those demo bikes going, machine?
Which one, sorry? Oh, these?
Those demo bikes, yes.
Maybe the command center, I'm not sure.
Maybe they're going for the evac demo?
The War Factory, I think, is probably not as important of a target. It takes a lot to kill a command center, but it would definitely be worth it because the real strength of these two players in the north is really just the ability to do so much destruction with all these support powers. And the nuke missile is going to be almost available quite soon.
There really is no advantage for Google and Size to have map control here. I mean, there are no supplies to take or strategic locations, and I mean, I don't think they have any oil derricks in the area capped. I'm fairly sure
they're all destroyed.
Most of them have been destroyed. So,
and I think that really is just a problem with the map design. You know, if you have map control, you should be rewarded by having the central supplies, and pretty much every map has central supplies, but not this map. Ooh, oh. Chinook dropped a ranger for a cap. The Comanches are moving in. Probably won't get it in time though. What a fantastic play that almost pays off.
Oh, that was such a good play. I'm really disappointed that didn't work, but Rage is a baller.
See, maybe if Crazy
baited the...
I was gonna say if it was a saboteur bike, but no, he's demo, so he doesn't have saboteurs.
That was before it fired.
Yeah, that was the Rebel ambush with the demolitions upgrade. Nice.
Baller play, man. This is just insane.
Isn't that ironic, as seeing a nuke missile silo have the nuclear icon above it? I think maybe a demo Jarman. I don't know why it was weak like that, or perhaps it was the demo bikes. It was something that got it lower, conjunction with the demo Rebel ambush. So we have a sneak attack somewhere. Where is it?
Now, not sure.
It's purple. Where's? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Very nice. Going for the command center is the way to go, machine. I'm all over that.
And we have King Raptors, but Raptors... Oh, goes for the sneak attack. That's actually the most important thing to do there, the sneak attack, because you'll kill maybe, what, 2 quads. Not a big deal. The nuke missile silo wouldn't have done that much, though.
Oh, the command is going to take this. Can Google micro that well? I don't think so.
They're very well split up as well. Unless they clump up, there's just no chance. Still probably going to be worth mixing in a radar van or 2, but when there's that many, unless there's a really clutch leaflet drop, or a fuel air bomb, or something like that.
But, I mean, the CC's gone down.
Yeah,
How
you're
long
right.
will it take before Google rebuilds? Size, I'm not sure where he's at with support powers. We've seen a few of them go down, but I've kind of lost track of the timing.
He was out of cash. He has his dozer, but he can't afford anything. He's just giving cash bounty, but it actually is going to be allowing the Chinooks to soak up damage for the Comanches, but nuke carpet bomb comes through, and I don't think any of his quads have been taken out so far.
Total of 1, Machine. A grand
GG.
total of 1. Google GG's out. Can Size do anything?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Size is back in the game.
Yeah.
No,
he cannot.
GG!
Crazy and Rage take it
You
out.
are victorious.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I mean, what ultimately happened, I think, is Crazy actually had a lot of black markets really early on, and I mentioned it earlier. It's just because it looked like the North team were doing well, but they had no middle supplies. They ran out of all their supplies. Meanwhile, because Rage was continuously getting owned the entire game. He also was gradually mining from his supply, because he didn't run out of his supplies for a while, where all the other players did. So look at the supplies collected here. Crazy has 125,000, which is almost the combined sum of both Size and Google. And I think also the problem there for it was what, Size and Google, is they both went for the air units. It was Nuke MiGs comboed up with Stealth Comanches. So Crazy was like, all right, bro, I'm just going to build 1 million quads, come at me. Whereas I feel like that may have worked a bit better if Size went for just a lot of Nuke Overlords.
Yeah, Nuke Overlords could have done pretty well. And they're not too bad. The main problem is demo bikes, but if you're approaching from the front, it's okay. It's a tough thing to think about. Honestly, even just a base level China Nuke army would be good, like Nuke Battle Masters and GATs and just base units. I believe they're less vulnerable to the demo bikes, depending on where.
Yeah, I agree. You're right.
They're both less and more vulnerable to the demo bikes. Obviously,
having outposts,
they're more grouped up, but yeah, having outposts in there are, as long as you have enough units, it should be enough to snipe down demo bikes.
Or if you just have Comanches nearby. But
yeah,
I think that was an interesting game, and I don't think we missed too much. We missed a fair bit of things, but considering how much was happening all the time, I think we did pretty well.
It wasn't too bad,
not missing a lot of
there
things,
were a lot of big plays all over the place.
Yeah, that was great.
We could probably do a whole nother cast on the exploits of Vet 3 Demo Jarman, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. Very enjoyable. So I hope you have enjoyed our cast in the 2v2 land, ladies and gentlemen. If you do enjoy our content, please do consider supporting us on Patreon. Will enable us to keep pumping out videos and producing all this quality content that you enjoy.
Indeed. So we'll see you next time. Also, a quick shout out to Phoenix for once again sending me this replay. And because it was sent by him, I didn't know who was going to win. Where it makes it so much more interesting is when it keeps things open like that. All right, see you guys.